Morning, class 2. So today it's your job to actually write your story of where the wild things are. So I need you to do a couple of things first. And your first job is to get out your plan. Now, yesterday you were planning your story, so hopefully you've sequenced these pictures, and hopefully you've either sequenced the pictures and talked to your adult, or you've sequenced the pictures and written captions to them, or you might have written me a plan with bullet points with each part of the story on it. It doesn't matter what you have, but get that out first. Your second job is to get ready your brainstorm. So yesterday we brainstormed a bunch of wonderful words to use in our story. So we've got our red words. Our red words are all of our keywords from the text. Hopefully you found lots of those. And then your purple words are your adventurous vocabulary. Now remember, adventurous vocabulary is any vocabulary that you don't tend to use. So I don't want to see anyone writing small or naughty or selfish or anything like that. I want you to try your best to find other words or other synonyms for those words. So get a thesaurus out and make sure you use new adventurous vocabulary. I've got some really exciting words there. I've got viridescent, which means green, untamed, which means wild, eerie, which means scary, enchantment, which is a kind of magic, petrifying, which is super scary, melancholy, meaning sad, supernatural, again a different kind of magic, cobalt, which is blue, feral, which means wild. So I've got loads of lovely words to use in my text today, and I've also got my story plan out to remind me what to write. So I'm going to write the first kind of bit of my story right here. I've actually written it already, so I'm going to read it to you right now. I'm going to read it to you once, and then I'm going to read it to you again, showing you what all of these coloured bits are. Now, I don't want you to colour your words, just write me your text in your neatest, best handwriting. I can't write mine because I've got the worst handwriting in the whole world, so I typed mine instead. I would like you all to handwrite me your story, okay? You've got a couple of days to do this task, so don't worry if it takes you more than one day, but I want it handwritten, please. Okay, I'm going to read you my story first. Where the wild things are. On a particularly mischievous morning, a curiously feral boy named Max was feeling rather naughty, so he slipped on his skin-tight white wolf suit, which he wore whenever he felt this way, and he got himself into mischief of one kind, and another, and another. What an untamed thing he was. First he ripped off his beautiful patchwork duvet from his bed, and he began hammering it violently into the wall, paying absolutely no attention to the bits of plaster falling off in all directions. Next, he daringly chased his dog down the stairs, howling like the grisliest wolf the entire time, and dangerously brandishing a fork in his tiny hands. He misbehaved the entire day long until it was time for dinner, by which point his mum had had enough of his bad behaviour and despairingly called him "wild thing," to which he gnashed his terrible teeth and roared back, "I'll eat you up." As a result of this, he was sent up to his room and straight to bed with no supper. So that is my first paragraph, which I've actually written just about 1, 2, and three parts of my story. So that's just really the beginning part of my story. I haven't spoken about my forest yet, I haven't spoken about my boat yet, and I've written that much work just about those few parts of my story. That is how much detail I want you to go into. The second thing I'm going to talk to you about is my coloured words. So I've got lots of adventurous vocabulary used in my story today. I've got our wonderful keywords being used there. I've got loads of conjunctions written in my blue. I've got an exclamation sentence, and I've also got, what else do I have? I've got some exciting punctuations. I've got speech marks, exclamation marks. I've got commas. I've got a noun phrase right there, skin tight white wolf suit. So you really need to do what I've done, and you need to show off all that you've learnt over this past 2 weeks. You need to show me your understanding of the text. You need to show me how you can structure the story. And most importantly for today's work, I want to see lots of that wonderful adventurous vocabulary being used. So I want you to use your plan. Make sure you use your plan and your brainstorm to help you with this work. Don't worry about editing your work. Don't worry about spelling mistakes for today. Don't really super worry about handwriting because we're going to publish this work in a few days, but I just want you to really super focus on using really exciting vocabulary, using those noun phrases, and just writing me an amazing story that I can't wait to hear. Good luck!